Okay, back at it again for another day. Didn't do anything yesterday for the usual reason. I didn't give a shit. So I thought, better get me a lazy ass out of here today. I'm going to probably clean that up a little bit. As you can see in there, I filled those up all the way down. And that's industrial adhesive. So what it's basically done is glued that fucking thing in for me. So it's not going to move at all anywhere, anyhow. And I was just looking at the light. I'm going to put that in there, but I'm going to cut a hole in the backing to put that through and glue it in place, because you can use batteries, but it's got a plug here that if you've got a USB adapter, you can plug permanent power into it. So that'll be mounted on the back, and the power pack, the battery pack at the back here, so you can turn it on and off, or take that out and put something else in there. That's if whoever buys it actually uses the light. They may or may not. It might get used once every pancake day when they're out in the garage having a beer. So who knows? But I'm going to do that, and I'm not going to concentrate on any one thing, but I'm going to fiddle with a few different things. I'm going to start cutting this. I'll cut and machine the pins out of that I'm going to use for the pistons, and then I might just stick them in the lathe and just face and chamfer the ends so they look pretty. Weld those into the pistons and drill the holes in these. I'll see how I'm travelling for time and motivation, and put some shit away. That's from the other day when I was measuring the bloody cam journals. See how I go for motivation, and I might even go through and clean up some of this fucking shit. Look at it, it's everywhere. Yeah, so I'll get into it, and I'll bring you back when I've set up somewhere, started to do some work. Well, I've test fitted this. I put that in there, just stuck that on. I just painted the inside of that with just a quick coat of pale paint. I only had really pastel blue, so I'll give it a quick hit. But I think once that's polished, that's going to look all right, because I don't think it's going to make a hell of a lot of difference if I paint the inside of that block white. It's going to do fuck all, I reckon. So I think once I polish these out, which I will do today, polish those, I think I'll be fine. You know, you don't need it overly bright anyway, and when it's sitting on the floor, all you're going to see is the light reflecting off the bottom of the cylinders here. So once I've polished those and hit them with some gloss, some clear, I think they'll look all right, and nothing shining out of the guts of it, which is what I was after. So yeah, I might tinker with that and see what I can do. But I'm liking that idea, I think. Let's see if we can do this without breaking the fucking thing. Whoops. Let's get a rag for that and see how we look. Put that fucker on the bench. Where's my torch? That's not too bad. Still got that bloody lip in there though, you can see. might take that little flap wheel to it, see if I can get rid of that, and then give it another hit. That's not coming up too bad. We're not going for cross hatching, we're going for smooth. Might even wrap a bit of wet and dry around it when I've gone through the lot and run a bit of wet and dry down in it. That'll make it even shinier. I might grab that flap wheel and go through it and hit those lips again, I think. Oh, look at that. Where's my torch? Gone. Lovely. I like it. I like it a lot. And I don't really need to concentrate on this top edge. So I can still feel a lip there, and I can't feel one there. But that's the way it's going to sit, so you're not going to see up there. Yeah, no, that'll come up nice, I think. I've got some 1200 wet and dry that I can run down it. That'll come up lovely. Let's get rid of some of this other shit, eh? Let me change angles a little bit so you can see. Alright, I'll go through all this and I'll bring you back when I'm finished. Right, I've honed the whole lot. Been through it all, but this cylinder here has got rust pitting in it and it's going to take way too much gouging to get that out, so it'll have to stay like it is. And this top one, you can still see a little bit of the lip, but it's the same. I have sanded it with the flap wheel, but it's going to take too much to get all of that out. There's the lips in some of these were just way too big. So I'm just going to go ahead now and dig out some, move the tripod out of the way. Dig out me. Righto, I've come to the decision that the wet and dry is not big enough to wrap around the hone properly, but I was looking at it and I give it a bit more of a wipe down. I think that's bloody good enough. Doesn't have to be mirror shine, just nice and smooth like that. That's I suppose it gives a little bit more to reflect the light if it's not mirror smooth. So it'll actually make it'll make these glow a little, in a sense. So I'm just going to see if I can clean those out properly with what I don't know, because I can't get my fucking hands there. Like a big block would be nice, or something bigger than 4.4 litres. The 350 Chev one was easy, get my hands all the way through those bastards. But we'll have a go. I'll give those a clean out and we'll move on to the next part. There's a perfect example of why you should never leave your rules laying on the bench when you're welding. That one's fucked. Lucky they're only a couple of dollars each. The other one's worse. I should show you the other one. It's disgusting. You think a man would know better? I'm just going to mark these now. I've done the ends. They're rounded. That's the end that's going to bolt onto the block. So I'm going to mark them and drill the holes. I'm going to drill for a 10mm bolt instead of a 6mm. And tap them out. And drill them all together, hopefully. And then I'll cut the other things. So what have we got? 32. 16. 16. Right there. I'll get me set a punch. And something which to beat the piss out of it. Where's my hammer? Where's my little hammer? Oh, there it is. Way down the other end of the buggery. Look pretty sus if I used a 4-pound hammer or 2 kilo to hit the centre punch. I am rough, but I'm not that rough. Now that I've deafened you, I'll see if they'll hold steady in the vise and drill the motherfuckers. Right, I'm going to drill this now. Shouldn't have to drill a pilot, but cheap shit drill press, it's got no guts. It's fucking useless, man. You can only buy what you can buy. Do the table flex. And I'll put the bugger all weight on it. Now the old saying, you're going to get what you pay for. Well, at the time I didn't have quite enough money to buy a decent one. So I got this one. Ozito. I mean, it's cheap and nasty. It has saved me a lot of heartache though. I've managed to do jobs that would have been a real pain in the ass if I didn't have a drill, so I would have been drilling them by hand. So, you know, it's not too bad. Just that if you lean on it, it stalls. And something's broken in the back there, so the motor's flopping around. Who knows, one day when I sell one of these projects, I might use it to buy a new drill. This is why you remove flammables where you're cutting with a grinder. Yeah, rookie mistake. I don't think you'd even seen an apprentice make a mistake like that one. It was flaming. I nearly shit myself. But yeah, You live and learn, don't you? Righto. And I've cut these out. They're for the pistons. And they're the pins that go through the rod holes. Slide that in. Weld it inside the piston so it's not going to go anywhere. And then weld it on top of those flat bars. So machine the ends, chamfer them up, they look nice and pretty. Cut those in the pipe notcher over there, which was a bit of a drama because trying to hold square RHS in something that's designed to hold round pipe was a bit of a pain. But I got there and I didn't fuck my cutter up. But as you can see, it's a little bit offset on one side because that's the best it could do, it's just the way it's sat. But it'll be fine. You're not going to see that, it's going to be up inside the piston. So once I put a weld along each side there, it'll be great. Ready to party, eh? I'll go and have some lunch now. What is it? 12 o'clock on the dial. I'll go and have lunch and then come back out and do a bit more. Righto, done for the day. I've got these all welded. But they're sort of self-centering to a degree because with a little bit of play, if they're not quite square, the glass will sort it. I've fitted the top and I just held it down with the original bolts, and you know, I think they're going to be plenty strong enough. Seriously, you're not going to put fucking 500 kilos on that. That'll hold the glass and whatever else you want to put on the bastard. So, and just test fitted everything. I finished fitting that, bolted that down. I bolted one in the, I glued one in the bottom under there just to stop things climbing in there. So that's it for the day. I'm gonna have to try and glue that on. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll strip it down completely, take everything off, clean these up fully because they're covered in anti-spatter at the moment. Clean everything, paint these probably shit. I don't know what colour to paint them, silver. What do you think? I'll have a think about it between now and tomorrow. Straighten those up and look a little bit better, give you a better idea. There we go. And I'll measure. I still haven't ordered the fucking glass, but I'll do that tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get it done, get the glass in and get it finished before my trip. So they're done, as about as much as they're going to do. So tomorrow I'll strip it, clean it, see if I can finish cleaning in here. With what, I don't know. I really don't know. I could sacrifice some sand. I'll pull my sandblasting nozzle out of the cabinet and give it a quick sandblast. I'll just have to keep feeding sand in there because it'll drain it fairly quick. But I just got plain sand I can throw in there, save me wasting all the good shit. And give that a hit with the sandblaster. I think that might work because it's going to be a pain in the ass to get it in to clean up all these and little bits in there. Where if the sandblaster, it won't take a lot of work, so I'll get it sorted fairly quickly. So tomorrow I'm just going to duck in, grab some more clear. I don't think I've got enough clear up here. Let's have a look. That's polyurethane. Oh, there's a little bit, but I don't think there'll be enough. There's a bit more there. That's not going to work. One's satin. That one's gloss, and I want gloss for this table. So, but I'm pretty sure I'm out of silver paint. So let me move this fucking door out of the road. I've got red, and I've got summer blue, teal, black, yellow. That's about it. Got some heat-proof paint, not that I'm going to need that. Some more red. Yeah, I might go in and get some silver. That sometimes though that silver paint looks a bit dodgy once it's dried, so Don't know. The pistons won't be painted, but I might do these black. That might look alright, because these will be just like that, but with a silver with a clear sheen on it. So chances are, if I get into it tomorrow, I've got a couple of things on tomorrow. Might not get much done tomorrow, but certainly should have it done Friday. Then I've got to get down and get some. I found a couple of new bolts, what I want, so I'll just take one of those with me. So give me a fucking fistful of those bastards. Put new bolts in it and get some small washers, some flat washers, and should be almost done, I think. Yeah, I think it's going to come up good. I'm not sure what colour I'm going to paint these fucking things. And there goes the door. I don't know. I was going to paint them silver. I might still do so. So I'll just go and get a can of silver paint, a can of clear gloss. I've already got enough black there. And the nuts, the bolts, I'm not sure. I've got to get down to Muscle to get those because they're just too fucking expensive to buy at the hardware. Yeah. So I've got quite a bit done the last couple of days, so I'm pretty happy with that. We'll just have to see, hey. And then it'll be for sale. So someone wants to put in a fucking expression of interest to buy it. $600 with the glass, and I'm going to make a couple of ashtrays as well to go with it, whether you smoke or not. But I'll make the ashtrays like I did with the flathead table out of the pistons that come out of the motor, because I've got 3 spares now. So oh no, they're older ones. I've got pistons outside anyway. I've still got some spare pistons out there. I can use those. I've got a couple of sacrificials here. You see that one's cracked only at the bottom, and I'm going to machine that off. Machine that skirt, the bottom of that skirt off. So there's one ashtray, and then I just face this top off, take a little bit out of here, and there's enough metal in there to do it. And then use the die grinder and put a couple of fag holders there. Sorry, cigarette holders. Wouldn't want to upset people. So yeah, that'll come up nice. I think $600. I think will be a bargain for that, considering what people charge elsewhere. And tomorrow also, I'm going to mount run the light thing and secure the lights inside. I've got to work out how I'm going to do that yet, but secure the lights, or the light, the LED strip, which is this motherfucker. So, and have it so that this is pointing out the back, or just run the cord through. Fuck, I don't know. Might just make it battery operated, eh? That might be easier, because that way I'll be able to keep all the cord tied up and just stick that on the back. So then all you need to do is pop the lid, put new batteries in. I mean, those batteries will last fucking forever. You get decent batteries for that LED strip. They'll last for hours and hours and hours. So that's it. I'm going to get going now, take this off the camera and upload and edit out the really bad pieces, because there's quite a few of them, as you probably know if you watch any of my videos. Not many people do, but you know, I don't really care. People want to watch them, they will. If they don't, they don't. You know, with a grand total of 29 subscribers, it's not exactly I'm going to make any money out of it. You've got to have 1,000 subscribers before you can even go into the partnership program with YouTube. Minimum 1,000. You've got to get so many hours per month of view time. So many hours per month. So you know, I'm unlikely to ever achieve that. But I don't really care. That's not what I'm doing these for. I'm doing them for me as therapy. So, and if anybody wants to watch them, then they can. Particularly the people that buy the equipment. particularly after, now that I've started videotaping everything, then they go and have a look and see how their little piece of man cave furniture was made. So that's it. I'll go and take this off, upload it, and see you probably Friday. I reckon I'll get back out here to do a lot. Or do enough video to get up anyway. So take it easy, people. Stay safe. Peace.